What's going on, guys? My name's Jeff and this is Mad Hatter's Reef, and today we're taking a look at how to efficiently remove detritus from your reef tank. What's going on, guys? My name's Jeff and this is Mad Hatter's Reef, and if you're new to what we're doing here, this is where I talk about everything reef tank related. So if you love reef tanks like I do, smash that subscribe button. Alright, guys, so what we're doing today is we're going to actually take a look at a product that I talked about in last week's video, where we took a look at the top 10 Father's Day gift ideas, and this was one of the items on that list, and that is the Cobalt Aquatics inline pump. Now this guy is a very essential part of my maintenance routine for my reef tank, and I use it for a number of different things, and I actually probably should have 2 or 3 of these kicking around. They're kind of expensive in the grand scheme of things, especially when it comes to a pump that isn't something that you use all the time. I think they run anywhere from like 20 to 30 bucks. But what these guys are is essentially a pump that's a inline pump, so you have hose on this side of it, you also have hose on this side of it. And what I have found that has worked really good for me is using silicone hosing. The clear hose didn't really work that well for me. I was a little too rigid, and I have found that this silicone, especially for this application, silicone hose has worked a lot better for me. So this guy's pretty essential when it comes to removing detritus from my reef tank. I also use it for water changes in a couple of different applications, but more specifically, this is a detritus removing machine. Now, I got this idea from Me Loves Reef, and I'm going to be sure to include a link to that video where I picked up this tip from Me Loves Reef. He actually did it in the last part of a video, and it is not something that he actually did a specific video on, but that's what we're doing today. So let's take a look at how I remove detritus from my reef tank with the Cobalt Aquatics inline pump. All right, guys, so what I have right here is a Cobalt inline pump and then some silicone tubing. What this pump is really good for, and I picked this up from Me Loves Reef, is basically using it for cleaning out detritus out of your sump. And I'm going to show you how. I'm actually going to do it for the first time today, so it's going to be a learning experience for me as well. I have some silicone tubing here. This silicone tubing is actually pretty hard to find. Just Google it and you can usually find what you need. And this pump is an inline pump, so it can be submerged in the water, and it also can be used dry, but it does need to be primed. So essentially you need to have the water all the way up to this point for it to start pulling water. It has a hard time pulling the air through, so you need to make sure that you're not just, you got 10 feet of cord on this side and then hanging this thing out, because it's not going to work very well for you. So it shows you the water direction, that arrow right there. So what we're going to do is that I have, I think, about 6 feet of silicone tubing here, and I want about a foot on the intake side. So we're going to go ahead and cut that, and then the rest of this is going to be the other side. Now we're going to pair this up with some filter socks, a little dirty. These are also available on Amazon. So I got the pump on Amazon, I got the filter socks on Amazon. The silicone tubing I had to pick up from, I don't even remember actually. But what we're going to do today is we're basically going to clean out all the detritus out of our sump using the filter socks and the inline pump. If you were to use these filter socks for in your aquarium, you'd want to make sure that you wash them first. The fabric in there, sometimes it can create some problems when you have, it can make your, I think it actually, for me personally, what ended up happening to me the first time that I ever used filter socks, I just threw them on the tank, and I ended up sending my protein skimmer going nuts. So it's very important to make sure that you are taking care of your protein skimmer and washing your socks prior to use. But really, these aren't going to be used for the sump, but we are going to use them. Basically what we're going to do is take our outfeed of our hose
and stuff it into the sock, and we're going to put this in the sump so we can continuously work the sump with that inline pump and basically remove any detritus. I believe this is a 200 micron filter sock. So I'm just going to take this filter sock with the hose kind of just stuffed in there. I'm going to put it over here just so it can drain right back into the aquarium. One thing that I want to make sure that it's going to do is actually go into the aquarium and not come out. So I'm going to kind of wedge it in one of my baffles here. Then I'm going to start in this return section right here and work my way back to the front of the sump. I can start working this detritus out of the return section. One thing that you need to be aware of with this silicone hose is that it can kink. It's very soft, and that's why I went with silicone. A lot of the other stuff that's available out there, you're not going to get really what you're looking for. But with the silicone hose, it's softer, but you need to make sure that it's not going to kink up on you.
Alright folks, I hope this video taught you something useful that you can take away to your own reef tank and make it a little cleaner and a little bit more successful. If you want to take a look at the Cobalt Aquatics inline pump, there is a link in the description that will bring you to Amazon where you can pick one up for yourself. And before we sign off today, we got to do the Comet Contest that we do here at Mad Hatter's Reef. And if you're unfamiliar with what that is basically you need to subscribe to Mad Hatter's Reef. You need to hit the like button on last week's video and leave a comment, and you are entered to win a $25 gift certificate to Premium Aquatics. So let's jump into our YouTube random comment generator picker type thing and pick ourselves a winner.
All right, here we are at the random picker winner. Joey, you have won yourself a $25 gift certificate.
Congratulations to the winner of the $25 gift certificate to Premium Aquatics. What I need you to do is reach out to me via email, and I will ask you to jump through a few hoops, and we'll get that $25 gift certificate out to you. Alright guys, that's going to do it for today's video. I want to thank you for joining me. I want to thank you for your support and being a subscriber to Mad Hatter's Reef, and I will see you next time right here with a brand new video. It's time to go.